So, Team USA, after dominating Serbia multiple times throughout the Olympic process, found themselves down 17 points on the verge of losing this game. Steve Kerr was getting called everything but a child of God. This guy right here says, convinced they turned this around because they stopped listening to Steve Kerr and started doing whatever Melo was yelling at them from the other sideline. They stopped listening to Steve Kerr and played AAU ball. They ran no plays and gave it to whoever was hot. Blank, basketball is the world's kryptonite. I apologize for underestimating how blank of a coach Steve Kerr is. The world finally realizes Steve Kerr is a terrible coach, and if you did not know, this guy right here is crying real tears in this video. Two more why not. This guy says, what did Tatum do to Steve Kerr for him to get no minutes? At first it was a joke, but now this blank is getting out of control. And last but not least, the awful coach. If you do not know his YouTube channel, go check it out because it is hilariously good. Can't show you how awful Steve Kerr is in almost losing to Serbia because of copyright, even though I'm easily covered by fair use. This is North Korea stuff. I can't believe I live in this world. This can't be real. Now look, I will say I won't be showing any type of highlight or any type of footage from that game in this video. Why? Because they be tripping, dog. They be tripping. Copyright hit you faster than ever. Draymond Green calling for different rotations, which was very interesting because it is odd to see a player call out their current coach. But this was a great game overall. Serbia played well, could not miss early. Team USA had bad rotation after bad rotation defensively. Serbia was hot. Shout out to Beyonce, I think I'm saying that right, was balling. Jokic was proving that he was the best player in the league. But let's give Steph Curry a round of applause. Let's give Joel Embiid a round of applause. There was one point in the fourth quarter though where he dribbled the ball off his leg out of bounds, and it was at that point I was about to jump off of the treadmill that I was currently on. And yes, I was watching the game at the gym, but Joel Embiid is a key reason why Team USA won this game, and I'm going to talk about him a little bit later. And I do want to point out one thing in this game that really irked me. In that fourth quarter, a couple of times Team USA could not simply grab a rebound. KD at halftime said that the team that wanted more would obviously win the game, and it was at certain points in that game that Team USA simply looked like they did not want to win the damn thing. All in all though, my summary of this game was that Team USA did in fact win gold right then and there. Serbia was a team that I believe was in second place for gold. If Serbia would have beat Team USA, I think they could go on to beat France. Now I could be wrong, and if I am, my next video will be titled sorry I was wrong about France, but we shall see. And I want to talk more about Team USA, specifically the fourth quarter and everything that happened in that crazy fourth quarter, but I can't really play certain things because the Olympic Committee doesn't like YouTubers uploading small clips of their content, so I can't make this video as long as I would like to. However, we will be talking about bits and pieces of that fourth quarter, but before we do that, make sure that you guys like, comment, and also subscribe to the channel. We are on the way to 2,500 and eventually to 5,000. So hit that like button for your boy if you shall like to. And with that, let's get into this video. So let's start with the man of the hour, Steph Curry, Mr. Splash Brother, Mr. Splash Man, who came up big in this game with 36 points. With about 2 minutes left in this game, he hit a huge three for the lead. That was his 8th three, which was the most by anybody in Olympic history. I think he already broke that record at 7, but I digress. My bad. Upon further investigation, it was actually 9 threes. My bad, man. Players mess up too. And I will say though, it's one of those odd threes to kind of spin around off the rim, hit the backboard, then went in.
Why not let it fly?
Splash, 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 splash.
And I'm on the treadmill walking, and all of a sudden I'm like, how did Steph Curry miss? And next thing I know, I'm celebrating and people are looking at me weird in the gym. I was into that game on that treadmill. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, LeBron followed that up with a lay-in. He ended the game with 16 points, and then Steph Curry, Mr. Splash Man, followed up LeBron's lay-in with a layup of his own. Team USA will go on to finish the job. But before that, let me introduce you to a guy that I have been very critical of throughout this entire Olympic process, and that is Joel Embiid. He showed up down the stretch though. I gotta give the guy his props. He went on a 7-0 run. The man was looking pretty damn good, man. I'm just saying, Embiid looked like he knew what he was doing offensively. But I will say though, it was at one point in that game, Joel Embiid got boxed out really bad, and I'm looking at him and be like, bro, get that little dude off of you. The guy grabs the rebound, goes up for a layup, it goes in, and I'm looking like, Come on, man. The rebounds were getting out of hand in the fourth quarter. But then he proceeded to go down the floor and get a layup of his own, so I guess that kind of made up for it in a way. But at that point in the game, we could not necessarily afford to keep going back and forth with Serbia trading bucket for bucket. They had to lead. But he did finish and look really good down that stretch. Embiid finished with 19. Now, KD didn't finish with his best game offensively, but on the defensive side of the ball, his length was used very, very well. And I will say this though, he came up down the stretch, hitting some key buckets to tie the game up and a key three early before that in order to make sure that the game was still in reach. He ended up finishing with 9. Steve Kerr coached a fantastic game.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, that was indeed cap. Kerr continues to frustrate everyone with his failure to adapt on the fly. It's like he goes into the game with one game plan, and if that one does not work, it's like, oh well. We did have 2 DNPs in this game. Halliburton didn't see the floor. Tatum didn't see the floor. They basically were regulated to water boy activity. I would say that I would have at least liked to see a lineup with Davis or Bam inserted into the lineup along with Tatum and some more of your best defenders in order to switch everything and stop the shooting of Serbia early on in that game, and maybe Team USA would not have been in a position to where they need to climb out of a 17-point deficit. But at the end of the day, you cannot argue with the results. Team USA did go on to win, so it is what it is, because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing. And I want to end this off by saying this. It's interesting to see older guys get all these minutes, and when I say older guys, I'm specifically talking about LeBron and Curry getting all of this time, all of these minutes, and still holding it down. This duo of LeBron and Curry has been fantastic. Even though LeBron didn't have the greatest game, it's very, very good to see Curry and LeBron, especially right now, and taking all of the greatness that we probably won't see in the next Olympic, or maybe we will. Who knows? LeBron may play until he's 45 and Curry may do the same thing. But at the end of the day, we are getting to the end of both of their careers here. KD as well, a guy that is up in age who may or may not play in the next Olympics. So all I'm saying, I think it's important for us to just watch these guys and appreciate what they're doing on the floor, because it could potentially be the last time we see it. But let me know what you guys think about this win, as well as the up and coming game against France. Who do you think will take that win? As I said, I already think we've seen the gold game here. I think Serbia would have beat France as well. I could be wrong. I don't know, because I believe that was the best game that we're going to see. But the atmosphere in that arena when Team USA plays France, you got Team USA playing France on their home turf. Anything can happen. Going to be crazy, something that if you are in attendance for that is going to be amazing. You got Victor Wembanyama, somebody who is up and coming that a lot of people believe will be the greatest player in the NBA when everybody else is gone, and him coming up ascending, already being considered a top tier player, is going to be amazing. But at the end of the day, if I'm wrong, it is what it is. I've been wrong on certain predictions before in the past, and I'm probably going to be wrong on even more predictions now that I'm covering both basketball and football on this channel. It is what it is. It's part of sport, but that's what makes sports so good. So subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you made it this far in the video,